Krypton, Episode 2, The House of El. I'm Joe. Please subscribe to the Joe and Richie channel. Richie and I have plenty of great videos coming up. Richie is doing The Walking Dead Sunday nights. He's doing reactions. Really funny. He's great when he reacts to things. So please check that out. Pop reviews, food reviews, movie reviews. We love to have you along for the ride, so please subscribe to the Joe and Richie channel. I was a little harsh on the first episode. I stand by it though, I thought it sucked. But I was willing to give it a second chance, and I'm happy I did. I'm not so totally sold on the show yet, but the second episode was a vast improvement over the first episode. Slowed down a little bit, and it fleshed some things out a little bit. Maybe a little bit more world building was done to kind of give you an idea of the playing field in this episode. So definitely an improvement. We start right where the last one left off. Seg in the Fortress of Solitude. His family's all dead, but he's been warned of the impending arrival of Brainiac by Adam Strange. Seg also, through his actions of the first episode, managed to get himself into the House of Vex, or about to be initiated into the House of Vex so he can be close to the magistrate of the city. Basically, Adam Strange wants him to start getting ready for the coming of Brainiac. Seg has decided that he will instead just go up there and murder Vex. I like the aspect of him, him kind of coming to his own senses and dealing with the revenge and feeling about the wanting to just get instant revenge, or is he gonna have to do something for a higher power? Is he gonna have to more focus himself towards saving Krypton? Lyta's commander wants to basically go down to the rank list and start cracking heads so that they'll give up the whereabouts of the terrorists, which I believe they call Black Zero. Lyta thinks this is a bad idea, and that if he does that, it's just going to cause more resentment, because it looks like the Krypton 200 years before Superman was born is just really an awful place where we have very divided classes, including the rank list down below, who were just basically downtrodden. And she feels that what they're doing that's going to be bad, and it's going to cause more resentment. So her storyline, we'll just go through her storyline because it's kind of separate to what happens with Seg's. She basically challenges her commander to a death match and wins. She's a cool character, good fight. She kills the guy. She comes back to what was said earlier in the first episode, where the House of Zod never shows mercy, where she's basically has her commanding officer beat in their death match, and he says mercy, and she snaps his neck. We never show mercy. She has now took command of her legion. I guess maybe because she wants to have a more softer touch with the people down below. Her mother seems to think it has something more to do with protecting Seg. Interesting relationship that could be explored with her and Seg, especially considering that, her mother killed his parents. So that was good. That was promising. She was good in the first one. She was good in this one. Let's hope she doesn't become some kind of fodder later down the line. In the preview, they showed her about to be executed. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope she's more than just, something just for Seg to be even more upset down the line. I'm hopeful of that. Now, as for Seg's storyline, better. They kind of made several points to how the House of El was already sort of beloved by the people down below, how they kind of made his parents into martyrs when they were killed, and how they already were people that the rank list looked up to, how the House of El already meant something about hope. A lady and her daughter come to pay their respects at Seg's house, and saying how they always helped watched her daughter when she had to work late, and how, you got the sense of how these people meant something to everybody. So if they're gonna start cracking down on the rank lists, the House of El's already respected, it at least gives a little bit of an understanding of what may happen, or what would lead to an uprising down below, or lead to a reshaping of Kryptonian politics in the future. So that was better. I like that. The acting in the show's not bad. The first episode I didn't like because I just didn't like, I thought it was too wild and nothing was really explained, and maybe it was too crammed in there. This one, the acting's not bad though. The acting's fine. As for the Vex, he's okay. He's a tolerable bad guy. I guess his daughter is in on whatever they have planned. My guess is that they both want to use Seg to get to the Fortress of Solitude. She gave Seg his parents' ashes as a way to win over his trust, which obviously you find out was was approved by her father, so they're trying to get his trust. I guess their game is just to get to the Fortress of Solitude. The coming of Brainiac is something that Seg has all the information laid out in front of him, so Adam Strange being there to say that really doesn't mean much. As they're trying to find proof, Adam and the barkeep friend, they find an advanced scout pod that proves that Brainiac has actually already sent scouts there, and they end the episode by saying Brainiac's already here. So he's basically, that's good promising too, because that should be fun, actually seeing this character realized on television. Obviously he's holding something back. Why would Superman send this guy back in time to help the grandfather do something? There's probably events in motion that were already gonna happen. You know, Seg was probably always destined to do what's going to happen, and maybe Adam Strange is back for some other odd reason. I have a hard time just thinking he came back just to help Seg, and Seg didn't know this, because that doesn't make sense. In a timeline continuity, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So I think he's come back for some other reason. Hopefully we'll find out. They kind of hinted in some of the previews what's his real motivation. So as long as I'm hopeful that there is another motivation there, because if it was just simply to come back and tell him about Brainiac, that's completely unnecessary. Cool scene at the end where he rejected being a member of the House of Vex. He said that, you know, you'll willing to take a rank again and be joined to your daughter and be in the Science Guild, but I won't wear your crest, and he throws it at. And then the voice of Val comes out and said that's fine. So he didn't like throw away his future. He's still in a decent spot. He went up there, he made a stand, and he's still in a decent spot because the voice of Val has his own plans. I guess we'll learn more about that character as things goes along. But he said this is how you'll control him. So there's a lot of little pieces all together, a little bit more fleshed out. We have a better idea of what's happening in this second episode. Also in the pilot, I was a little harsh on Val-El's look. It looked a little dumpy. I'm going to blame that on the pilot, and I'm going to blame that on bad wardrobe in the pilot, because his outfit looks a lot better when he reappears as a projection. His suit as a projection was much more tailored and flattering to an older gentleman, and I appreciate that. I didn't want to be harsh on him that he had a big belly, but it's like, that's not what you're supposed to do in TV. You're not supposed to make someone look like crap and look stupid. So that again, I blame on the pilot. So the pilot, you know, was bad in many ways. That was another one of the ways it was bad. This looked better. He looked better. He looked cooler in the outfit, and that's important. That's important to good TV, that important characters look good. Thumbs up on that as well. So all in all, I like the episode. A vast improvement over the pilot, and I'm going to continue to watch. I'm excited to see where they take the Brainiac angle, which hopefully gets more going next week. Please subscribe to our channel. Richie's doing The Walking Dead, pop reviews, food reviews. I'm going to do Krypton next week. We'd love to have you along for the ride. Once again, I'm Joe.